Hey y'all, Byars here, and I'm here to talk to you about our 3 pillars of what we're going to be focused on in our run for Congress this year in the 1st District of South Carolina. Infrastructure, conservation, affordability. I've been talking about those issues politically, professionally, and personally for 20 years because those have been real issues here in the Low Country that our families have faced. So let's just talk about everything individually. Infrastructure. We need to declare a national infrastructure emergency. What do we mean by that? We need to get serious about making infrastructure a priority at the federal level. It has been an afterthought for far too long. We also need to make sure that it's a funding priority. We're not spending nearly enough money on roads, but we are certainly spending a ton of money on other things that are not making life better for you or I here at home. Permitting. Permitting delays are killing us. They're costing us years of time and millions of dollars of lost economic opportunity and lost time with our families. We need to engage our workforce. Our builders are the best in the world. Our construction guys will get after it and make this happen. We've got to engage local workforce across the United States and in South Carolina to get out here and for the next 20 or 30 years, build our infrastructure back that we have neglected for 40 years. Our job centers. We've got to connect our job centers and make sure that people can get back and forth to work in a meaningful way that is efficient for their family, that they can actually get where they're going safely. Conservation is a big issue. We need to protect the Low Country, whether it's the Ace Basin or the Francis Marion National Forest and everything in between. We've worked hard on Dorchester County Council to do that. We need to talk more about that. We need to slow development. We're in the Ashley River Library today, and this is a place that the Ashley River Park was going to be hundreds of homes. We need to find a way to slow development, but slow it in such a way that the folks that live here and our kids and our seniors can still afford to live here in the Low Country. We need to connect green space. We've got an enormous opportunity here in the Low Country that could be special. We've got the Ace Basin, we've got Francis Marion National Forest. If we can find a way to connect that with a green belt, we could really do some amazing things here in the Low Country. Public access. I'm a big public access guy. I love to go out west, I love to go elk hunting, I love to go bird hunting. I think it's important that we actually allow the public to be able to get out and enjoy land, whether it's our kids or our seniors or just anybody else who wants to get out and be able to enjoy what God's blessed us with. We need to make this part of the budget process. Conservation, God's not making any more of it. We've got to fund it appropriately so that we can protect it for the future before it's gone. Affordability, this is something I have been dealing with as a mortgage banker for the last 24 years, and I've watched the middle class get absolutely crushed. Median incomes in the Low Country, median house prices in the Low Country, they are divergently different. House prices are outstripping incomes in a large way, and it's really hurting our young families and it's hurting our seniors in the middle class. Affordability comes down to immigration. We've got over 15 million people here that came here illegally the last 4 years, and we don't know where they are, but they're living somewhere. They're living across this country and they're taking up housing units, and by taking up housing units, they're increasing the demand for the housing units and there is a limited supply. Basic Economics 101, that price is going up, and it's going up on our citizens, on our young people, on our seniors, and on the middle class specifically. We need to look for down payment vehicles to be able to make sure that our first-time home buyers have the ability to buy their first house. We need to make sure that they've got tax-free vehicles because that is the biggest entry barrier for most first-time home buyers. The national debt, at $39 trillion and counting, we're not going to be able to afford the way that we're spending money. We've got to get serious about being specific with spending our money in the right places. Roads and infrastructure, conservation, and making sure our families can afford America, and national defense, these are things that we should be spending money on. There's a lot of money being wasted somewhere else, and we're going to talk about that. Small businesses. As a small business owner, I've seen over the last 20 years how much regulations and taxes really hurt us being able to build and develop small businesses. It's important that we give small business owners the freedom they need to be able to create wealth for their family. That's what America's all about. And the free markets. Nothing's better to work for Americans than the free markets. We need regulation to be able to take on large government or large corporations who are crushing the middle class. But the free markets work. Let small businesses work. Let families make their own decisions about what's best for their family, and America will thrive. We look forward to talking to you more in depth. If you want more information about what we're doing here, go to votejbyars.com, and we look forward to seeing you on the campaign trail.